Okay. Now I wonder if my sound sounds a lot better. It's difficult to tell. I think it will. Yeah, we're good. I think that's all I need, right? Just gonna move this. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do on stream. Oh, if you're watching a YouTube VOD, I'd really appreciate a subscription. I'm really close to 500 now, which would mean a lot to me. Okay. So what am I doing? Obsidian on this one. Because, you know, the obviously the intro cinematic needs working on, obviously. However, I think I want to like get some rough tutorial mission in there. Like I know how I want to do it in my head. We already have the... See, this is the thing, I would really like to pre-generate the asteroids. But that's obviously not happening. Do I want to change the color as well of this system, of this background? It's pretty easy to do. It's color correction. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. That's probably what I want. But so I suppose I will try to create. You probably shouldn't have anything by default. Yeah. So we wanna create like a few asteroids here is what I want, right? I think so. So to do that, let's start by instantiating. Well, no. Oh, look, I did make these asteroid obstacles right here. Right. So I need to go through and put the... Oh, I don't know about streaming. Do I really want to stream? Not really. Asteroids. Asteroid obstacle. So I've obviously set this up and then I've add the mesh instance because I need to go through each asteroid and add a mesh instance. It would just be that, and then hopefully it just matches up and I don't have to do anything. It does indeed just match up and I don't have to do anything. I will... How am I going to manipulate the color of the asteroid? When I generate my asteroids, where am I putting the material? On the mesh. I mean, I can do that. Oh yeah, there's something else I wanted to do with the depth draw. Opaque. Okay. What am I trying to decide right now? I'm just trying to decide. I want to give it a variable. Because you don't necessarily exist. I don't really want to export, so I'm lazy. Ready, child. Yeah. Child. 3D mesh instance 3D equal to child. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna. Why would it? There might be a slight loading time. I mean, no, not really. All right, now you have the meshed instance. You can probably organize a way to change the color of said instance if you wanted to. I might add in a color here. Obstacle color. We might add it. I might as well add it in. Was Navajo white. Navajo white. And then this instance 3D mesh Godot material. How am I doing it here? Surface set material. Yeah. Oh. Get material. 0. Set albedo color equals obstacle color. Okay, let's see if that works. So if we go to asteroid system, I'm going to instantiate a asteroid obstacle here, and it should change color. Maybe we should make it more obvious. Here's a green color. It did not. It did not change color. Can I bump into you, by the way? I can. Not change color. Didn't give me an error. Did not give me an error. I'm gonna do what I did here. Yeah. It's a lot easier. Hello Slayton, hello mate. How you doing? Are you working on any games? Are you doing anything? Any news? Just out of interest. Emails. Navajo White. I'm gonna do set surface override material 0. Interesting. I have a green asteroid now. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. Can I zoom out the camera? Zoom in the camera a little bit? Would that be okay? Controller 60. Just pass on to the system. It did. Yeah, mate, yeah, I feel that. Okay, now you have a green rock. What would you like to do with this green rock? Make it bigger. Sounds good to me. Here's a big green rock. Let's grab, I've got to go through all the other asteroids now. So let's do it. I've got to add I'm going to cheat a little bit by adding this. Copy. Pasting this here. And then I'm going to drag this in here. And then I'm going to check there's no like weird make unique stuff, which there isn't. Okay. I'm gonna open this guy. We're gonna add we're gonna copy, we're gonna press Control V. Bam, 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 Control V. I can Control V, I have the technology. Control V, Control C. Bam. Excellent. Asteroid Obstacle 6. Let's go. Control V. 6. Excellent. Well done. Control 7. Control V. 7. Well done. Control V. 8. Bam. Control 9. B. Oh, I wonder, Slayton, what do you think about my microphone? It sounds a lot better, right? I just messed with some settings and I think it sounds a lot better. Alright, that'll be fine. It's the same? Oh no. I gotta look at the recording afterwards. I hope it's not the same. Can you still hear like the banging of me like clicking stuff and all that? Asteroid, obstacle 2. Asteroid, obstacle 3. A lot of people have like a mic stand, don't they? And that's obviously why, because it's just, you can hear this, right? Either that or I put it somewhere else. I can give my ex-girlfriend. Either that or I like put it somewhere else. Or I put a cushion under it or something. Right? I don't know. I'll problem solve that later. Obstacle 4. Obstacle 5. Obstacle 6. Obstacle. New game idea. Yeah. Mate, I'm also done with this game right now. Like I'm very bored of it. But I gotta push on. Destroyed 8. It's just whatever game you played when you were younger, right? A life simulator. You could do a text-based life simulator. Kind of interesting. I've been thinking about that a lot. Like, you don't necessarily need to have graphics to make a game. You just do it with some icons, some text, some numbers, and you can make a game. Like, people make games like that. And they'd be way faster to produce and all of that. NSFW. Wow. It was only specific NSFW games that got banned. Now, there's a behavior that I want to solve. This. And I need to solve this behavior. The bouncing. I need to just work at it for a second and work out what's going on there. Not doing it now. There it is. So let me think. How would I go about troubleshooting this? Let me print bounce velocity. Bounce velocity. I think it has something to do with corners. Hello, Maripon. Hello, mate. Good to see you. I'm gonna try this real quick. Chewing a jam. Mavi, hello. Ah. I see why that line of code is there. I see why that line of code is there. Okay. Back to streaming, yeah. Well, I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, I'm back. Maybe. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I only took a couple days off. How you doing, Mubby? So, my initial thought is that box colliders cause this problem. Although, I have a feeling player medium fighter 2. I have a feeling it's something, this problem has something to do with the fact that this is a box glider. Doing okay, it wasn't as productive for a couple of days. You know, how expensive would it be to give the ships proper colliders? Well, let's see if that fixes. If I gave the ship a proper collider, what would happen? Let's just see if that fixes the issue. The problem. I'll show you the problem before I try to fix it. Okay, when I bounce, sometimes if I bounce on like a corner or something, it will get sort of stuck. See that? It like happened multiple times. That's interesting. What I need to do is stop it from happening multiple times. That's all I need to do. If I lower this threshold. No. Still. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot, actually, it's a lot better. It's kind of better. It's happening still, but it's not. Oh no, it still happened there. You could try lowering this even further. And these things hard to debug, yeah. It's something to do with... Yeah, that's not great. I think I may have solved it. It's not happening anymore. Oh no, it had just happened. But it didn't look... No, it happened there. Didn't look terrible though. I think I may have solved it just by changing a number. Oh no. Well, that didn't look terrible though. Changing one of the magic numbers. Oh. Yeah, I feel like I probably solved it. Handling collisions through raycasts or physics? Physics, yeah, I guess. It's not Unity physics though. It's not like this is kinematic physics, right? So I'm just checking for a collision, that's all. Hello, abnormalities. Hey, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Are you working on any cat games at the moment? Alright. I feel like I probably solved it with a magic number here. Maybe. We'll see. My other idea was like, what if I give you a proper collider? Like, what will happen? That was my other idea. That maybe this being a box is not a good idea. I don't know why. I feel like a capsule might be better, but I'm just gonna try it out for a bit. I don't know. I'm going to sibling single convex. Copy this. Stick it in here. Well, that's interesting. It's like the wrong rotation. It might get fixed in game. Let's have a look. Because it probably is code to fix that. Hello, Nathaniel Ben. Hello. Tried to work on more tutorial stuff last night, but dozed off. Oh, yeah. Tutorial hell is a real place. Interesting. So the collider doesn't work properly. Wow. I must be missing some code. Are you a game dev, Nathaniel? Are you working Godot or anything? Let's see. So collider. Interesting. Ship collision shape. It looks like I was rotating it, but then I decided not to rotate it for some reason. Nice. Wonder why I did that. There's probably a reason. And this is why you probably write comments, right? Oh, I see it rotating now. Wait, no. Do I? No. Let's try this here. Is it null? It would give me an error if it was null. Okay. Out of interest. I think X is the correct one though. No. Z is the correct one. This is the problem, because I have all of these fancy movements going on that require the I have all like the movement is so tentative. No, what's the word? Meticulous. Something. Like the chassis moves differently to how the ship mesh moves and all of this, and they sort of like it's like a weird complex thing to get the movement to look right. And could I simply copy transform to the ship mesh? It's possible. Let's have a look. Let's just do, instead of this, let's try ship collision shape transform. Just straight up equals ship mesh. Okay. Well, layer ship, layer body, ship mesh, primary. I think it's called primary mesh. transform. Might be an easy way to do it. Now I'm thinking about it. Isn't that interesting? You'd think that'd be correct. Interesting. Are we moving the chassis? Chassis. Is it the chassis that's like rotating? Oh, you got a new microphone. Are you gonna make videos? Okay, I think it's the chassis I want. Maybe. Not. It doesn't quite look correct. But I think it's the chassis I want. But it's obviously backwards. I wonder why it's backwards side. Do I just put a minus in there? I don't think you're allowed to do that. Transform. I think you're allowed to do it if you did the basis though. You can revert. You can do this. You can't. Okay. Inverse. That's the thing. I'll be heard in my streams without needing to have a mic touching my mouth. That sounds good. I haven't seen you ever stream. But you're probably Australian, so you're streaming at a funny time. You're probably streaming when I stream. I'm following you, right? Oh, I'm not following you. What? Oh, sorry. I could have sworn I was following you. I follow Mavi as well. And Ameripon. I'm following Ameripon. And Slayton. Interesting. There's going to be looking at rotated, there, transposed. You could rotate on your axis, on your x-axis, on your vector 3 dot right. And then that degrees to radians, I can actually understand. 180. Yeah. Mate, this is way too complicated. Why is it doing that? It's like nearly correct. It's nearly correct. It's nearly correct. Let's try this. I don't know. That matters. There's model left as well. But what does that mean? Oh, it's nearly correct. It's just facing the wrong way. need to... Why is it rotated the wrong way? Try this again. Although that was wrong, right? Chassis. There's a maths problem in here. And you know who I ask about maths? If there's a maths problem, you know who I ask? Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Unless I can think for a second. I can't minus this. ChatGPT Sensei, yeah. ChatGPT Sensei would know what to do, right? It's gonna be confused though because it has never seen this before. It's gonna be like, so I'm gonna I don't even know how to describe the problem to it. Yeah, I don't know. Drop the whole script. Don't know how to describe the problem. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, America. True. So let's think about why it might be sort of inverted. So I've asked it to copy the transform of the chassis, right? So it should do that. It should copy the exact transform of the chassis. However, it's possible yeah, and then I'm rotating because you see how this is rotated 180 degrees, this is rotated 180 degrees, yeah. So what I need it to do is rotate again, right? Yeah, rotate it again on the Z axis. Back. Let me do this actually. Degrees to radians. And it's like 45 degrees or something, isn't it? 5 degrees. Okay, interesting. No, that's not right. From Euler, determinant, get rotation quaternion, get scale, inverse, is conformal, is infinite, looking at, rotated, slurp, transposed. What does transposed mean? Turns the transposed version of this basis, turns matrix columns into rows and rows into columns. Transposed. This is some advanced shit. Okay, slurp. Rotated. I kind of understand rotated now. Orthonormalized, I understand that. Looking at is conformal. Returns true if the basis is conformal. A conformal basis is both orthogonal. The axes are perpendicular to each other and uniform. The axes share the same length. Get rotation quaternion. Get the Euler. Basis. Okay, let's just see what transpose does. Basic linear algebra. Transpose doesn't do anything. You see how it just needs to be flipped? The only thing that needs to happen, you just need to like inverse whatever I'm doing. We just need to inverse some of the numbers. Basis. Basis. Together these represent the transforms rotation, scale, and shear. So one of these rotations need to be reversed. Right? Ship collision shape transform basis equals transform dot x, right? Right? Equals triple X. Okay, it didn't give me an error. Oh my god, I'm a genius. It's not perfect though. Definitely not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Not a big deal. I wonder why it's not perfect. But because the ship mesh moves, like, it has effects on it, right? So it's not going to be... Ooh, that's worse. It seems like a lot more violent now for some reason. Yeah, we'd only bother doing this for the player, by the way. Would I? Yeah. Doing this rotation stuff for the player. I think it's going to be expensive for the to do on the AI and stuff. It's not more violent for some reason. Anyway, that makes me happy. I think that's probably fine. So I do the same thing here. Forward access is wrong. I mean, the easiest thing to do would be if I could just have you as a child and you inherit your... Which is weird that it didn't work. I want you to be a child, but not be a child. There should be like a button. I mean, this is a very specific use case, but what I want is for this collider, right? This collision shape here to be a child of this ship mesh, but not be a child of that ship mesh. Like, copy the transform. Like, act as if your transform is the child of this ship mesh, but simultaneously be under the... Or more ideally, I would like to be able to set my collider. Because at the moment we are forced to... a collision shape under the character body has to be a child of that character body, right? If I can have the collision shape anywhere, that would be way better. I'm going to have to lurk while I go nap. A Daisy event. Are you going to stream that? Okay, so let's just go back to the box because I'm not sure that I gained anything by this being a fancy shape, right? It didn't particularly improve anything. So I'm just going to put that back as being a box, I think. What's it look like now? I put that box in. Does it still work? I will be. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so I messed something up. That's interesting. Okay, hang on. Player ship controller. So now I've got to change this again. Be this. Oh, I guess we just don't do this bit. I guess we just don't do any of this. Okay. How about rotated vector 3 back 90 degrees to radians 90 degrees. Yeah, okay. Once you start understanding this basis stuff, it's slowly clicking in my head. Slowly, the more I use it. Right. Well, that's not good. Hmm. I don't know. I feel like it's like something about having two of them happen at once. Codex. Hello. Let me think about your extension. You were making an extension? Oh, you're probably in an advert. So I can't. I need to be watching it. I need two eyes. I need two sets of eyes. mean, it's happening so rarely that maybe it's not really an issue. It's happening so rarely. There it is right there. And I wasn't watching it. Fuck. You know, like what I need is like a timer. Time between bounces. Float. Time between bounces plus equals delta. Print time between bounces. Time between bounces equals 0. Okay. Started playing with Rigid Body 3D. I got some movement. Rigid Body 3Ds are really expensive. I wouldn't recommend. They look cool though. They look really good. Such a shame. Oh. So it's not... Oh, we're not getting multiple bounces. Yeah, we're not. Interesting. I can't explain what's going on then. I thought maybe they were having multiple bounces happening at the same time, right? Refigured out. As opposed to what? Sorry, sorry, I forgot what I was saying. As opposed to something like rigid bodies? Oh right, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean you can use it, can't you? But I think character bodies are way more performant. Oh, interesting. So you use the so you're still like positioning plussing or something. You're not doing the force stuff. The force stuff probably is what causes the... Well, no, there's other problems with the expenses with it, isn't there? Oh, you are doing the force stuff. Yeah. And hello, Grogerman. Did I say hello? I don't know. Alright, that's enough messing around. I think, you know, the bouncing isn't too bad. I mean, bouncing isn't too bad right now. Let's do some work. Here's some asteroids. This is like an asteroid field right now. Let's scale it up a little bit as well. We can scale up some of these asteroids. Amazing. Maybe put a big boy asteroid here. Amazing. I guess I haven't really experimented enough with the physics, the rigid bodies to say definitively. But yeah. Yeah, models are just spawning in for the asteroids. Yeah. These are real asteroids right here, and then the other ones in the background are like fake. However, there's meant to be a performance thing where these colliders turn on and off. I couldn't work it out. But they do have collision on them. But I'm probably not gonna... There's probably gonna be a boundary. You go past that boundary and you lose the game, right? So... there's gonna be a boundary. You probably don't lose, it just restarts the level. If you go past the area, it's like, warning, you're leaving the mission area, and it'll be like, there'll be a timer there saying 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and at 0, you restart the level. I just had to refactor the traffic calculations in my planetary colony system. And I code the red. That sounds awesome. Did I see your game? I don't think I did. You could add scary worms that eat you if you go too far. Yeah, I can't think of like a in-game, like a actual lore reason why you can't go outside the mission area, right? But that's ideal. That would be ideal if you could think of a way you could, there's a lore reason. Public stuff on it yet. That sounds really cool though. Planetary colony system. I think I'll add a space worm just for you, Ogobogaman. You seem to be asking for the space worms all the time. I don't know how I'm going to implement something like that. It'd be very intense. Yeah. But yeah, like in Star Wars, right? You have that that thing that chases them. We definitely want that. So let's try to add the... there'll be... every mission will have this sort of sphere. It could be an area 3D. It really doesn't need to be though. And you add an area. Every physics body in the game has a cost, and so I just say Maybe it should be an area. Make them multi-dimensional. They can phase in and eat you when you go into the no-no areas. Yeah, that would be a good lore reason. I don't want that though. I mean, ideally, I would make an open world game and you could fly wherever you want, right? But that's also not what I want to do. I want like missions. You do a mission and then you move on and do another mission. So I don't need an area. Let's not do an area. Boundary mesh. That's how you spell it, boundary mesh. Sphere mesh. Surface material override. I'll use my shader material. I'll use particle alpha. I will half the albedo. Make it red. Maybe albedo it a bit less than that even. Well, you sort of can't. Yeah, something like, okay, yeah. Something like that then. Then you're adding black and then it goes even more transparent. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. So we don't care about transparency. Actually, just do this. Okay. And then this guy. 5,000 radius. 2,500. Right? Oh, I see. Actually, let's just do standard material then. Let's do... Okay, and now we can tell. There you go. Oh, is the height meant to be 5,000? Oh, it's meant to be 10,000? There you go. Okay. Because I need transparent, I need blend mode add. And then I need unshaded. And then I need depth draw nether, core mode back. I need this, and I guess Blue Angels. Hello Farah as well. Hello Farah. Oh, sorry. I tried to make a 3D space game, but I wasn't prepared to figure out how to keep everything close to center. Well, yeah. That's my problem. You do the floating point, whatever. You change your origin and have the world change around you, right? But it's not something I want to deal with, and that's why I'm going to just have it these little scenes, right? Alright, so now I fly in this direction. And eventually I should see the sphere. The only other thing is how do you control the AI and make sure it doesn't leave the area, right? I don't know. I'll think about that problem later. Just out of interest, if I turn this on, do I get the I do. Get the UI. So I will how do I control this behavior? Okay. Oh, there it is. Function out of bounds check void Is this a thing? Hang on, is that... Am I thinking straight? Would length give me the what I want? It would, wouldn't it? Heading to a wedding. Thank you, Code Road. Yeah, and thanks for like watching my video. I appreciate that. I'll see you later. And yeah, I'll see you later, Codex as well. It's 4 AM. Out of bounds check. Slowly learning vector math, and I think this is correct. So if I fly over here, when I reach 5,000, we should be outside of the thing. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Right. So that's what that is. So if bus dot player body global position, you know, I might want to make this a variable, dynamic, as they would say. So to do that, I would go to boundary mesh, global position dot length is less than boundary mesh dot radius return. Else we're going to have a timer out of bounds reset int equals reset timer equals 10. So bounds reset timer minus equals 1. I also think I want to display, I want to make everything go red, so let's see. System color. Color. Original system color. Yeah, just original system color, and then I'm going to world environment adjustments, just color correction. This one? Yeah. Gradient or one World environment, adjustment color correction as 1 was original consistent color. Then we need label. I should probably put it under something. All these controls now, I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not. I don't know. Control. Oh, let's just put it under here, under the hood. Okay. Out of bounds control. Table. Out of bounds. Table. Warning label. I messed that up. That's okay. I will live with my mistakes. I'm going to font size this to like 72. Let's say 10. And it's going to be at the top. And then you're going to be in the middle. And you're going to say font size 56. Out of bounds. Return. Out of bounds. Mission will restart in. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. Then what we'll do is I just want to finish this first, and then I'll stop. Out of bounds. Should I? I'm just gonna cheat. Am I? Yeah, I'm just gonna cheat, I suppose. Out of bounds. Count label. Let's stripify. Dot system. Dot out of bounds. Set timer. Okay. Then I'm going to. Does the system know it has a system key? Okay. So we go to out of bounds. Check if out of bounds reset timer is less than 0, then I'm going to ask the game what do I do? How do I switch missions? How do I do that? There should probably be like a function, right? So it's easy. I should probably create like a function somewhere just to switch mission. Oh, it's here, right here. It's load next scene through wormhole. So I was right. Load next scene through wormhole. That's system. Yeah. So this should work. Oh. Okay, hang on. 1 second. I'll start player pod label. I don't remember what they're called. Label out of bounds count label hide. Let's start player pod out of bounds. Warning label hide. Show. Now the next thing I'm going to do is it just errored for some reason. Let's have a look why it errored. Colors on gradient. We had a gradient texture 1D. Try again. Okay, there we go. And if I don't... Excellent. Let's try again. Hooray. Hello, Bahome. I've successfully limited the player. Excellent. I love limiting the player. Ooh, 10 seconds is not very long, right? To get back. Yeah. Hello, Bahame. Are you a game dev? Are you a Godot game dev? Alright, now that I've limited the player, and I feel okay about whatever. Tried a bit. Now I've done that, I will just fly around for a minute and enjoy myself. Oh, you know what I wanted to do as well? I want to add like a debug menu where I can just spawn in enemies. If I want to. Don't have the patience to actually build something working. It does take patience, that's true. It's pretty true. My bullets don't recognize this asteroid. Okay, should solve that. I should solve that. I have a feeling it's because they I think all I would need to do is add a damage function. Function damage. Like that. It should work. It didn't work. Okay. Who and what and why and what is the necessary new result collider has method damage called a third, all of that. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, but that's actually for the former raycast. Projectile. How does this one work? Handle collision. Oh, interesting. So it wasn't even handling any collision because it should disable. Right. Which means Oh, interesting. I'm gonna temporarily disable that and see what happens. I really need to unrefactor this code. This code is such a nightmare. Like having all these functions split up all over the place. It's so annoying. Because where the fuck is this now? No collision. Who calls you? Result. Oh, I see. Try that. Damn. Oh wait, hang on. Just go ahead and bloody perform the raycast. Just perform it. Okay? Don't worry about all these little checks. Okay. There we go. That works. Now it needs to explode or something, right? When you hit it. There needs to be some VFX. Absolutely. So now things get even more complicated where do you want to add VFX to the rock? Didn't I have a way to spawn hit effects? I did. I got rid of it though. Clever, clever. Clever. Spawn jump effect, spawn explosion, create explosion Q. Explosion type. Explosion pool. Alright. I guess asteroid obstacles should get sort of a hit effect. So, which is fine. I'm going to grab 2 hull hit effects, copy. We're not going to do it on the multi-mesh ones. We're just going to do it on like the real asteroids. Yeah. The asteroids in the background, I'm not going to bother doing this on. Actually, well, therefore I can't do it here, can I? Should I just instantiate them? No. I guess we're going to do this. And now I should have inherited on inheritance. I should have double inherited. That's what I should have done right there. Because now I'm going to have to... Okay, give me... Spawn them in instead. Hit effect. Hull hit effect. Let's spawn them in instead. Okay. Should I do that here? I don't know. Should I do that here? I don't think so. Let's put that... if you have 100 nodes and you preload the same thing into 100 nodes, does that cost more memory? Or does it know? Or does the Godot know that you're preloading the same thing it's already got in memory? These are the questions. These are the questions that... These are questions I think I should answer at some point, right? Probably might create 100 instances of this packed scene. Okay, let's find this out. Okay. This is a good question to find out, isn't it? So let's run the game. Let's go to monitors. Let's go to memory static, which is, I'm assuming, what, you know, what we're talking about. Okay. I'm assuming that this is what we're talking about. 200 megabytes of memory. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, on all of these asteroid obstacles, there's 4,000 of them. There's 4,000 of these obstacles that get spawned in. I'm going to preload this hull hit effect on every single one of them. Let's see what happens. So it's a 221. Could not preload resource file. Interesting. Let's change that to onReady variable. Interesting. Let's change that to load. Interesting, there was a lag there. 224 megabytes. So it did go up. It went up by 12 MIB. Right? Let's just double confirm. Double, triple confirm. Of course, this load made the loading time go up as well. $224. Oh. Okay. Objects, resources. I assume this is a resource that I'm loading. So 1000. It's exactly the same. Okay. Well, now we know. Now we know that it does intelligently. It like intelligently stores these things in memory. It's not like creating 100 of them. So you're allowed to do this if you want to. If you want to do this, you can do this. Okay. But I don't want to do that. Or do I? Oh. Because I need a flag, right, saying that, hey, you are a real asteroid, not a fake asteroid. I need like some sort of flag, I guess. Either that or you do it here. And if that really doesn't cost me anything, it did increase my loading time. I did notice it because of the load. I did notice that, and for some reason I couldn't use the preload. I couldn't preload. Don't quite know why. I think here I will. Yeah, I will do it here. Hull hit effect. What is this? This is a visual effect. Visual. Hull hit effect equals load hull hit effect dot scene instantiate. I'm a bit confused why. I must be doing something wrong because I should instantiate. I should be getting a autocomplete, but maybe not. I'll hit effect. Am I allowed to do this? Well, it's just am I allowed to do that? Why am I confused? Right, you're just orphaned, which is fine. Oh, hit effect, add child. Oh, effect. Awesome, you do exist. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is copy this. Okay. Okay, I saw something. I did see something. But it was sort of in the wrong place, wasn't it? Hmm. That does make me think things. That makes me think things, and that there might be a problem fundamentally with the collision. Let me try something real quick. God, I hate this refactor. I gotta unrefactor this. It's just performing the raycast. Try that. Interesting. Why are we going minus direction? Look at minus direction. Hmm. Clearly doesn't seem right, though. Clearly doesn't seem right. Hmm. You're there. Interesting. I'm gonna put you there and see what happens. Okay. That's what I expected to see. I just need to make that like smaller. Right? I don't know. I'm not super happy with the size of that. But it might be big because I've scaled up the body, right? So how do I scale you back? I scale you back down by... There's some maths involved. You... Hull effect scale. Anything above 1 is a percentage. Right? Variable scale. New scale. 1.0 plus scale.x minus 1.0. Plus 1.0. Right. Hull effect dot scale equals new scale. Vector 3 new scale. New scale. New scale. Okay, the maths was wrong. Times scale x minus 1. So if you're at 2, it would be 1. Sorry. I need my mathematician to do this for me. No, I can just work it out. My mathematician that I have on call, he's quite good at maths, but I can also work it out myself. So I have a scale, right? Let's say my scale is x equals 2.0. I minus 1 from that. Minus 1 from that equals a percentage, right? To increase or decrease by. So maybe I don't even need this bit, right? You just times. Well, no, because you need scale x minus 1. Because what if you have a 1 and this will be 0. Right? So then you have 1 base scale plus percentage or times 1 plus . Oh, but I want to divide. Don't I want to divide? There you go. Oh my god, I'm a genius. What a genius. See, and I wouldn't have that feeling if I used the AI I wouldn't have a feeling right now. Okay. I think that's good. I think I'm happy for today's work. I sort of messed around. I didn't make any real progress towards anything, but I sort of messed around and like improved little things. I made that system. I messed around with the bouncing, and then I messed around with the I made like a mission area, so if you leave the mission you lose. And then I made a explosion on the asteroid, which isn't very impressive, but I think it's okay. So I suppose I will raid somebody. All right.
To be honest, I don't know if there is enough of a demand on PC, but it's always worth trying out.
All right. I think that's correct. Okay, good. Sometimes I type in the wrong thing. Thank you everyone for watching today. I really appreciate it, and I maybe I'll be on tomorrow. Maybe I'll feel like being on tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for everyone for hanging out, and I hope you all have a great day. And yeah, I'll see you later.